So tomorrow night will be the third late night in 4 games. There's only one way to handle this. I'm breaking out the Cooking with Jaws hat, the apron, and on tomorrow night's stream, we're having chocolate chip pancakes.
We're hanging overtime! We're hanging overtime! We're hanging overtime!
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
All right, Panther fans, I can almost kind of get used to this. I'm taking an hour and a half nap right before the game. Now, last time I was kind of woozy when I stood in here. I didn't remember a damn thing I said. I'm awake now. No promises, though, as the night goes on. If I say something that's out of whack, it's not on me. All right? I'm not a professional athlete getting paid millions of dollars to adjust my clock. So, what do we got tonight? We got the Kings. We got Bubba Brewski and net. Same lineup. Huh? I mean, when something works, you just go with it. So, look, we've won 5 in a row. Okay? All right? And we win both of these games. I mean, let's be realistic here, okay? We're already a little bit tickled with where we are in the standings in terms of having our guys back. Speaking of which, Maurice is doing that thing with language that he does, which is there's a chance that we might see one of them tomorrow, either Ekblad or Montour, which most likely would probably be Montour, which means we've been expecting Montour back first the entire time, so don't be shocked if Ekblad's in the lineup tomorrow night. Like I was saying, look, you win 5 in a row. Are you going to win 6 and then 7 in a row with back-to-back on a West Coast swing? On one hand, I want to do that. On one hand, I want to do that. On the other hand, I believe when we come back home, it's Oilers and Bruins, so you kind of want to save some juice for those guys. So I'd be happy if you can get me 2 of the next 4 points. 3 would be really nice. 4 would be completely unexpected. I never want to say I'm ready to lose a game, but, you know, at some point we're going to lose a game, right? Tom texted me about this game. Says, I got a bad feeling about this game. I don't necessarily disagree with that. Now, Tom has been writing articles for the channel. He has started to write articles. Thomas Esoteric Veritas on the streams, and if you see his comments here on the channel, he's been writing articles. I've been posting them to the community board, and I am just close to being done with the book. And then once I'm done with the book, we're going to create a more permanent home for those articles, but check those out. Oh, and also check out, I made a playlist for the Bill Zito videos that I've been doing. This is important. The last one I put out didn't get as many views as the other 2 because I think of the timing that I put it out. But it's to the point now where there's 3 of them and there's going to be a whole series of those Bill Zito videos. I've made a playlist. It's pretty much to the point now where if you want to understand the jokes in the 3rd one, you kind of need to have watched the 1st and the 2nd one. It's a show. It's a series. It is what it is. I'm having fun with it, so it's not going to stop. So people are liking it, so that's a good thing. All right, I almost did a score prediction. I'm not going to start that crap again. We're not doing that. Let's just get to. All right, so it's 1-0 Kings after 1. Considering how we started that period, I'll take getting out of it at 1-0. $1:20 left, $1:20 into the game. I barely got my ass in the seat, and puck's in the back of the net, and I doing the curls, and I gotta do the pushbacks, and then I gotta do my 20 push-ups. Luckily, I didn't have to get back out of the chair. So, one bit of bad news here for the Panthers is Josh Mahura looks like he got hurt, and he was struggling getting to not just getting off the ice, but then he was clearly hurt getting back to the locker room. So somebody on the stream had asked the question of who's off the when Ekblad and Montour come back. Well, Montour, Dr. Jaws has officially declared your shoulder 100%. Get your ass on the ice tomorrow because Mahura doesn't look like he's going to be ready to go. That said, he could be out for the second period. Toradol is a strong drug, right? But if he's even dinged up a little bit, might see him go off the ice instead of Bolinskis. Other than that, Bubba. Now, I'm not allowed to praise the goaltender too much during the game, but let's just say it would at least be 3-0 if it wasn't for Bubba. So everybody give Bubba a big kiss, move on to second period, and hopefully we look a little bit better. All right, so it's 2-0 Kings after 2. I mean, look, can't win every game. The Kings are playing desperate, okay? They are laying down and blocking shots and blocking shots and blocking shots. And then Talbot is making the saves. We had a couple power plays that period. The power play definitely looks better. They definitely have changed what they're doing. Guys are cycling and moving around a lot more. Kachuk is a lot more active. Instead of being around the net, he's actually taking shots and distributing the puck. And had it not been for the fact that like every rebound is just bouncing the wrong way, I think maybe we would have got one. So I'm not complaining about. We don't look bad, just kind of sloppy. Just the Kings, it looks like a team that is on a 5-game winning streak playing a team that's desperate to get a win at home. It kind of just looks like that's what it is. Maybe we can sneak a point out of this one. I felt better at 1-0. Bob has made some fantastic saves. Mahura was out, came back in. I think he's out again. So Brandon Montour, get your arm ready. Let's move on to third period, see if we can sucker up a point out of this one. All right, so could not pull off the comeback. Kings win it 2-1, and I can't even be like upset. I mean, we win 5, lose 1. I'll take that pace. I think so will you. Win 5, lose 1. We didn't start off with our best game. Bubba kept us in it in the first period. It really easily could have been 2-3-0 after 1, but Bob made some really good saves, and we finally got it going there in the third period. We get the 1 goal. We could not get another goal. And if we had 1,000 bounces tonight, all 1,000 bounces of the puck went the wrong way. We went 0 for 5 on the power play, but that was about as good as you're going to see a power play look while going 0 for 5. They've changed the structure of it. I actually like it. I like Kachuk moving around. They were shooting the puck a lot. The Kings were laying down and blocking shots. And then Talbot was making the saves, and if there was a deflection, it was going just wide, and the bounces just weren't going to our guys. And sometimes you just have those nights. And all that being said, we still only lost to the Kings by a goal on the road. So that is that. Maurice did change the lines around, and really the only bad part about tonight is that Reinhart scored again, so it cost us another $500,000, and we didn't even get a point. That kind of disappointed to not get the point. I thought we were going to be able to tie that up there, but give Kings and Talbot credit. Every time there was a scrum in front of the net, we just could not quite make it happen. So we finished off with, well, at the end, he had Barkov, Kachuk, and Reinhart on the ice. But at the rest of the game, mostly he had kind of moved Cousins up, back with Bennett, and Kachuk moved Rodriguez down, put Verhaeghe up with Barkov. And then, of course, it ended up being Verhaeghe behind the net passing to Reinhart, who wasn't even really a line. So, is what it is. Now, Josh Mahura did not come back. What Maurice had said was it was possible that we might see one of the guys tomorrow. We assume that's Montour because we all kind of assumed Montour would be back first. I think as long as the doctors clear him, and if he's got a lower body injury, he could not continue. So I suspect we're going to see Brandon Montour tomorrow night. Or tonight, actually, because it's actually 1:30 in the morning. The other thing is, I suppose we're going to see Stolars tomorrow. So we're going to need a big game out of him because you don't want to lose both. I wanted 2 points out of these 2 games. We got none tonight. You know what that means if you can do math tomorrow. We're going to see Gudis and Vetrano tomorrow night. I feel better about that game than I did about this game. We usually don't play all that well against the Kings. And, those West Coast swings, it's not easy. So we're going to have to just focus in. It's going to be a little bit difficult. Obviously, we're on the second of a back-to-back. But it's not like they really got to travel a whole bunch. I suppose it's just a bus ride. So a little bit disappointed not get the point, like I said. But we played well. We didn't have our A game tonight. But considering the fact we didn't have our A game and we played most of the game with 5 defensemen, we still only gave up 2 goals. Right? You see what I'm saying? There were a few moments where it could have gone off the rails at 2-0. It could have, there were a few bursts that the Kings had that you saw, it could be 3-4-0 here real quick. Bob kept us in, and we got nothing out of it. And that's okay. You cannot win every game. Win tonight. Win against the Ducks. Successful road trip. Come home, and then you got the Oilers and Bruins all waiting for you. All right. That's going to do it for tonight because it's going to be 2 o'clock by the time I get to bed. The review, again, tomorrow will be 7:30 in the morning, but by the time you're watching this, it's probably already after 7:30 in the morning because you guys are going to bed now. So, all right. Again, thank you all for coming out to the stream tonight. We're having really, really, really nice crowds. Genuinely appreciate that. Lots of new subscribers. Tons of super chats. If you're new to the channel, really appreciate that. We have another channel that's Flying Fluffy Football. We're really close to getting that channel monetized. We need less than 100 subscribers. So if you're new and you want to help this channel, even if you don't watch football, if you could just click on over to Flying Fluffy Football and subscribe, that would help us out a lot. Links are in the description. Other than that, I will be tomorrow at noon. Now, I'm supposed to usually have Tom on Fridays on the Members Only podcast tomorrow. I think he might have slept through the game because I didn't hear from him tonight. I texted him a couple of times, and I didn't get a response. I have a feeling he might have fallen asleep, and he's going to wake up at 3 in the morning pissed off that he missed the game. So, but the podcast will still be out at some point tomorrow. I do a Monday through Friday podcast for the members of Patreon supporters. Links in the description, $3 a month. All right, no points. And unfortunately, it's still been working pretty good. And you got to figure somebody was going to come off the ice anyway. So Mahura rest up, Montour in. And tonight was a night we really could have used Montour's offense. That's the one missing element. I know the third line is technically not getting a lot of offensive production, but what we're really missing offensively is Montour. Ekblad too, he does provide some offense, but Montour especially, we need those points back. Get him back tonight and beat the Ducks. I'll see you today, tomorrow, and tomorrow. You know what I mean.